good, my listeners? You tuning in to Mindstone Radio, live and uncut. But like I said, we're going to keep it professional with your voice of logic and reason, conscience prep. Coming to you guys with a topic today that's basically about my people staying ready, staying prepared. I see that there's a lot going on in the communities. Yeah, I see people on social media. A lot of people are going to the gun range. That's much love. Greatly appreciated. We need that. We need people to want to go to the gun range, to learn how to aim, to learn how to shoot. We need to be good. Everyone else goes to the gun range. Everyone else knows how to use guns. Everyone else knows how to use rifles. So you want to be one of them people. Make sure you got firearms. Make sure you know how to aim them rifles. So yeah, there was an earlier segment, and it was by Dawn the Weirdo, and she made a point to not be docile. Don't submit. Don't be a submissive person. Don't allow nobody to push you over. Don't be a victim. Don't be taken advantage of. Always prepare yourself. Don't take anything for granted. And why is there a topic like this? Why is there a topic where he wants us to understand that we need to be prepared? I'm already prepared. I don't need him to tell me that. Yeah, there's a lot of people may have that opinion. Like I said, many will understand, some will argue, and some will not decipher. They will not get it, But I feel like there's a big magnitude of the community that takes life for granted. They're passive, they're nonchalant, and it's cool to have faith and feel like I'm gonna live my life by faith. Nothing is gonna happen to me. Fair enough. But you always want to be secure. You always want to be able to protect your family. What if somebody approached you on the street? What if you were about to get jumped? What if somebody came into your house and was standing over your bed, and you got your daughter and your son in the other room, or your wife or your husband, or you in the kitchen? Just put yourself in scenarios. Take things into consideration. The reason I emphasize this point because I have a daughter, and I understand that my daughter gets about 5, 6, probably real soon. I'm gonna put her in karate school. I'm gonna let her learn jujitsu. I took jujitsu. Frank DeGorville's, jujitsu. It's called FEKS. FEKS. Look it up online. It's in Los Angeles, South Los Angeles. Across street from John Muir. Over there off of Vermont. But he has a great school. And while I was there were younger students. When I was arriving, there was a younger class of students that were like little kids. It was small. They were small, like elementary school, first and second graders. Some as small as kindergarten. And they were learning these moves. They were brown belts, purple belts, yellow belts, black belts. And they were very experienced. I would not want to see my daughter or son have an encounter with one of these kids on a bad day at school, and they have to defend themselves with the things that they were taught. Or they might have a cocky mindset, and they might go around the school, doing roundhouses and kicks, showing people that they're experienced and, living off that reputation. But the fact of the matter is, I would want my daughter or my son to be able to defend themselves in that manner. Just like you see on television. You see videos on YouTube. You see videos on social media. So you see that other cultures, other races are training their kids, got their daughters hitting on trees with combinations, repetitive punches, counting to 25 and 30 on point, hitting punches, knees and elbows, learning kung fu, learning mixed martial arts. A lot of people are training their kids to be real strong, strong physically, experienced. It's fine if you have a daughter. You want your daughter to learn the piano. Likewise, you want your daughter to play the saxophone, be an artist, be a painter, do music, be a dancer, a ballerina, a princess, a cheerleader. But there's nothing wrong with your daughter knowing jujitsu or knowing how to swing a blade when necessary. You see shows, you see movies, you see events where they show you scenarios that if you were in situations or families are in situations and in the event of the mother being stunned and kind of wounded and not able to defend themselves, a child is available and is able to acquire a weapon or help. Grab the lamp, grab a pot, hit him, untie me. Your child would know to go in the bathroom. Not the bathroom. Your child would know to go in the kitchen fast, silently grab a knife and come in there and get going. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of extreme for most people, but it only sounds extreme to people that don't understand. I'm telling you to learn how to protect yourselves. I'm telling you to make sure your children know how to protect themselves and you also, just like you need to protect them. Oh, I'm not trying to raise my kid on some military stuff. You tripping. I want my daughter to be a kid. Be a kid. Who's trying to take that away from them? Take them to Disneyland. Let them love Mickey Mouse, Baby Shark, all that stuff. Teen Titans. Let them love it all. But make sure, to each his own. If my kid is around, we'll make sure you straight. If we around, we'll be ready. But you gonna have to learn something. It's like watching The Walking Dead. People don't look at a lot of shows like The Walking Dead because they're just like, oh, I don't want to watch a show that's just zombies and it's crazy. Now it's a big picture behind that. It shows you how to survive. It shows you what you do, what you need to learn to survive. And it also shows you that it can turn into a dog-eat-dog world. Now, if anybody was to say any of these scenarios were far-fetched, like, they're not going to be running around here with looking at some guy, like Negan, for example. That's one of the characters, Negan, man. He had a powerful influence, and everyone stated their names were also Negan. I am Negan, but he had control, and they taxed everyone. They were taxing everyone. They were taking product. They were taking food. They were taking everything. They needed more than 45%. They needed 55 to 60%. And you guys get the rest. Just make sure you have it on time. So people need to learn to protect themselves. I'm pressing this issue for what it is. The black community, my brothers, my Hebrew Israelites, my blacks, my Negroes, my African Americans, all you guys in the United States, all you women, no matter what culture, what class, what social class you are in, you can be gay, you can be lesbian, you can be completely just a school person, you can be gothic, doesn't matter. My point is that you should want to learn to prepare yourself with some type of skill. If you feel like you're too grown to learn karate, to learn kung fu, I took jujitsu when I was 31. I'm 37 now. That was a couple years ago. And I did very well, until a situation happened that prevented me from being able to move, So I have to make sure that my family is protected by other ways, and I have to make sure that my daughter is protected And now she learns to protect herself. Because it's at a point where I have to be protected. It is a point where I have to be protected. It's mandatory that we be protected. I bought one of my aunties a taser. That's how serious I feel it is. For her birthday, I bought her a taser. Yeah, people like a taser, that's not much. Oh, taser is much. When you use it, how to use it, it's much. A person that would say something that wouldn't have a weapon like they had a choice would say something like that. But in the event of just reaching in the bag and having it, someone tried to approach you, it's good to have that than not just your bare fist. The skills that you have. You have a weapon. Take advantage of it and use it. Don't be conscious. Oh, it's a taser. Keep it in your back pocket. Police use tasers on people all the time. And what do you see? You see a couple strong blacks keep running and going, but for the most part, you see a lot of people fall down like a tree. Timber. Protect yourselves. Protect your families. Learn. That's all. That's what this topic is about. Learning to prepare yourselves, for those that don't know, and to acquire skills. Get them guns, get them permits. Go. Because it's like it's us against everybody. So you want to be protected. It's us against everybody. Yeah, we got friends here and there. Yeah, this person, this race, this culture. Fair enough. We all do. But it's us against everybody. Sad enough, it's us against ourselves. But it's us against everybody. I best advise you be protected. And the sad thing about it being us against everybody and us against ourselves is the fact that people see when there's a group divided, they take advantage of that. Oh, he by himself, let's go get him. They not gonna do nothing. They are not going to care. What's up now? Damn, I can't expect no other blacks to help me. Y'all just gonna let me get booked? People have to break that cycle. Kill that. And that's sad. But that's the reason why you need to protect yourself, because you're gonna have to defend yourself if nobody else will. And one of the main lines that a lot of men say, we say, if he ain't gonna do nothing for himself, bro, don't get involved. That's on him if you want to keep getting punched. That's on him if he doesn't want to defend himself. Same thing with the female. Which a real man, I'm not gonna allow. I can't see. I'm not big on watching females get abused. So, I'm different. I'm gonna try to intervene, break it up, get something going. It's not my fight to be breaking up baby mamas and baby fathers and their relationship issues. But if you can mediate and resolve it, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You got a lot of people who sit there and grab their camera phones and watch something transpire. Watch an issue. Watch something take place. Ooh, they're about to fight. Ooh, I think he about to knock his baby mama out. Wow. Grab a phone, record. Come on, prevent it. Stop it. We need to break everything. We need to stop the N-word. We need to be better examples around our children. Educate our children. Give them a good history on what they need to know. Educate them very well. Make them listen to certain things. Make them watch certain videos. My daughter speaks very well. She's educated. She's articulate. She's very smart. And I love it because everybody says it. She's very talkative. She's very social. I'm very social. Why you think I have a podcast? Because I like to talk. And I want to talk to the community and tell the community something that's going to help them. I need to do what needs to be done. Everybody's not going to do it. I can have people that's criticizing me for what I'm doing, but at the same time, you being negative and you not doing it, brother. Then you do it, brother, or do it with me. Get your channel going too and talk to these people. Each one teach one. We all can talk to everybody black. Say something positive and give constructive guidance. But don't tell us nothing negative. Don't try to argue. Like, we don't try to debate. That's not what we on. We got to support each other. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. So if you're negative, you're negative. That is what it is. But shame on you to not feel comfortable with somebody black that's telling you to make sure you protect it and to protect your daughter, protect your son, protect your family. I got that. Don't nobody need to tell me how to do mine. I got a lot of people say they not thinking about it. Nah, I don't want to put my kid. You know what I should though? I do want them to learn how to box. I do want them to learn how to do taekwondo. Do it. It's nothing. These classes are not expensive. Then when they hit a certain age, 7, 8, 9, probably younger, take them in the cut and show your kid how to use a firearm. Show them how to aim in the backyard like they do. Like everyone else does with their kids that's not black. You know? Yes, it's a lot of black families and there's a lot of black people that are doing this. I'm not saying that's not happening, but trust me, it's not happening like it should be. There's a lot of issues with each other. People out here shooting reckless with each other. People out here and allowing other black people to be taken advantage of. Like Don the Weirdo said in her post earlier, she stated, there was a guy that kicked the old 78-year-old woman, repeated times in the face at a subway station. People allow older people to get taken advantage of and don't do anything about it. And sometimes it's your own people. And sometimes a lot of times you're going to have to defend yourself against your own people. That's what we're doing now. We're still defending ourselves against our own people. So, like I said, I have to do things like this. I have to make stations like this. I have to reach out and talk to people. I have to constantly give a positive example, lead by example, speak to them, let them know, yeah, I can do it. I'm not worried about what nobody's going to say that know me. If you know me, then you know that I have a good history. So everything that I say is validated. Oh, yeah, he was out there. But it's not nothing to glorify. I'm just saying, we don't take me for granted as an individual that won't go there or that hasn't been there. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for the blacks. I'm an advocate for my spinal, for my disabled community. I'm an advocate for the older people. I'm an advocate for the children. I'm an advocate for the black community to the max. I'm an advocate for the women. I'm an advocate for the single parents, the mothers. I'm an advocate for the good fathers that's having problems with their babies' moms. I'm an advocate for it all. I don't play no sides. I'm fair, but I love my kids. I love the children with respect because I want them to see the future and I want them to be a good part in the future. I want them to not even know about profanity. I want them to not even know about the N-word. I want them to know to learn. I want to just constantly learn. Learning is good. Research, man. I want to learn. I want to do this. I want to have a great future. And they do it. They're not conflicted. They're not manipulated. They're not confused by the images that were of their fathers, of their mothers that displayed themselves in the image that was not good. It was negative. Being, unfortunately, ratchet. Terms like thoughts and Tatianas and like, come on. Don't glorify that image. I mean, like, that's what you own, and the kids is watching it, so they saying it and they feeling like it's comfortable. But a real parent not displaying that around their kid. They not allowing that garbage in their house. They not conflicting their child. My child ain't never heard it. Don't know. So she not around here twerking and busting down like it's not that serious. But like I said, I love the kids. I want them to have a future with no profanity. A future where they protected though. They know. They get 18, 19, they know how to fight. They know how to defend themselves with the professional fighting style. They know how to go there when it gets bad. They know what to do when somebody tries to pull up and tries to grab them or grab somebody that's with them. They see it from a distance. They gonna run over there and help. And anyone else surrounding them is gonna help because they there for each other, especially if they black culture and they a black community. Hold on, he trying to take my homegirl. What they doing? They jumped out and grabbed her arm. I went over there and went for the knee and went for the throat. Wow, how old are you? I'm 9. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. 3 years. I started when I was 6. Y'all think it ain't possible. Shame on you. Look it up. Like I said, Frank DeGorville, he'll show you. That dude's an excellent professor. excellent professor in jiu-jitsu. You know, he has a good following, a good reputation, a good history. So if you want to look him up, like I said, Frank de Gorville, it's a Creole name. Just look up FEKS, FEKS, jiu-jitsu, if you're interested. I took it. You know, you can tell him I said what's up. You know, conscience prep. But you know, like I said, man, I want the community to know, to look into these type of things. You know, go get your gun permit. Go get that concealing license. If you a female, you with your dude, girl, have it. Just let them know. You're not there to shoot at the police. You're not there to get shot at. You know, have it with you. Have it where it's supposed to be. Whatever the rules and regulations require, then follow it. Fair enough. Or act like you following it. But, you know, put it up. You know, and you know how we do. Present ourselves in a way where we don't get that type of attention. You know, you can have a firearm on your hip, you know, or on your holsters, and be nice looking fly with a certain type of jacket on, and you know, you out in the community and nobody knows. The police is not approaching you because you dressed in a way that's casual. You don't look like you affiliated. You don't look like nobody that needs to be bothered. You look like a professional individual. You look like a professional female. I know that's how I carry myself. I dress in a way where I don't get approached. Not anymore. When I learned how to camouflage my image, I haven't been approached. I haven't been overly harassed by the police. I haven't been overly aggressive. Yeah, I've been there before, but as far as on a recent note, like I haven't been slammed and hit upside the head with elbows and knees to where it's like, okay, they're trying to do the corrupt officer thing. But what I'm seeing, how they're doing everybody right now, I mean, dang, that's crazy, man. We're losing. Might as well be prepared. Have it around you. But with that, man, like, I can't say what everyone's scenario is. I cannot say what everyone's scenario is in detail as far as when somebody gets shot and they're unarmed. I pay attention to the ones that's unarmed. I do acknowledge the ones where they're like, you know, he pulled out a gun. Okay, fair enough. You know, you ask for it. If it's a true report, you know, allegedly, you know, if it's allegedly he pulled out a gun. I have sympathy for all situations, but it's a lot of times where it's like, sometimes I'm like, damn, bro, you know, like, come on, you could have diffused that. So it's a lot of situations that can be diffused. It's a lot of things that don't have to happen, you know, in the event of being approached, you know, and try not to be approachable when it comes to law enforcement. Don't give these people a reason. You can have your firearm on you the whole time and feel comfortable. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've always had protection. People know me for having protection. Like him, he always has protection, you know, just security. I wasn't running around like playing offense. It was a matter of being secure, you know, and I took jiu-jitsu. It was a matter of having defense in the event of somebody trying to attack you. You're learning what ways to defend yourself. Somebody has a knife, you know what to do. You know how to restrain them, subdue them, you know, take their weapon. You know, I'm not Jackie Chan. On conscience prep. You know, I'm just big on security. I've never been stabbed. I've never been shot. And I'm an excellent fighter. You know, prior to my condition, I was an excellent fighter. You know, so I want my daughter to be an excellent fighter. But I want my daughter to be a little girl like she is. She's a beautiful little girl princess, you know. I don't want her out there like, you know, I want her to have fun with her cousins and everyone and cheerlead and dance and do the girl thing, the cute thing, have fun, you know. But my daughter's gonna know how to fight. She's gonna know how to learn. She's gonna learn, you know, jiu-jitsu. She's gonna learn karate. She's gonna learn, you know, taekwondo. And any other child I have after, and anybody else that I know, I'm gonna tell them, hey man, put them in karate school. Make sure she know how to fight. Let her learn how to use some of these other weapons that are not firearms. You know, so she know what to do when she got a broomstick. so she knows what to do when she has two sticks in her hands. You know, like what is it? Filipino. Man, I don't want to say it wrong, but it's a Filipino style where they use, these two sticks, and it has a name for